What's going on, guys? Athletic Rooster back again. The 2K year just started, so I figured I'd drop a video telling you guys how to rep up the fastest and get those my points so that you guys can get to 90 before everybody else does. It shouldn't take you that long this year, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what the method is. Okay, so this is really going to depend on what position you're at and what your abilities are and what you're best at, but the number one thing you have to do when you start is to go into your settings and change the minutes to 12-minute quarters. 12-minute quarters, and then change the difficulty to pro. Okay, so once you get into the game, I feel like this is pretty obvious, but you want to score as much as possible. But more importantly, you want to score in ways that are going to get you the most my team points. So this is going to work a couple different ways. So let's say you're a center. The best way to get these my team points, it gives you a huge boost if you do pick and pops. If you do pick and pops and finish a bunch of them at a decent rate, you're going to get a giant boost at the end of the game. Okay, now let's say you have some kind of sharpshooting build, whether it's your primary or secondary, or you're even just a pure sharp. The things that are going to get you the most my team points, well, not the most my team, the most my points at the end of the game are limitless threes and perimeter shots. Now, it's important to get a ton of these, and you guys know how to get open if you use this build. It's important to make a ton of these at a successful rate, because if you just jack them up and go like 15%, it's gonna really hurt the amount of points you get. Okay, and without going too deep into this, let's say like for shot creators, if you're a pure shot creator, you get that Hall of Fame badge. This is gonna be relatively easy for you guys to get a ton of my points. So the moving shots give you a giant boost. I would say more than anything in this game. So if you just greenlight a ton of those moving shots, you can come off a screen, you know how to get open. You're going to get so many points just by doing this for 12 minutes a quarter. I'll show you guys some screenshots so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so breaking these down just a little bit more, starting out with somebody who's a shot creator build. If you look down to moving shots, you can see he shot 20 for 28 and he got 9,360 points, which is a ton of points. And if you just kind of, from deduction, you can tell he did not play 12-minute quarters on here and he still got 9,000 points. Alright, moving on to more of a stretch or sharpshooting kind of build. You can see this guy did a lot of pick and pop and hit a lot of perimeter shots. Again, the pick and pop is probably the most useful. I'm really going to recommend you guys use that a lot. Okay, so I'm going to throw up one more example here. I'm going to go back to centers because for centers it's a little bit more difficult to score. Like I said before, you can come off those pick and pops and hit those, but if you don't have a mid-range, it's a little bit harder to catch the ball and then do a move and score and it still count as a pick and roll. So what you need to do is get into the post and use those up and under and drop step shots. If you can do these at an efficient rate, you can see this guy did 39 out of 40. That's insane. That is an insane percentage. If you can do these at a decent rate and make a decent amount of them, you're going to get a good chunk of change for that. You can see he got 4,000 and 9,300. So I'm just going to throw this up so you guys can see how many points people are getting. This is from Orlando and Chicago. Shout out to him. He puts out amazing content. This is just going to be a little video of how many points he got doing this. So as you guys can see, he got up to 45,000 here, and he's claiming to have gotten into the 50s and 60,000s now, and he says it's getting easier and easier. So obviously this is working. I would not lie to you guys. This method is nice and simple. If you just follow these rules, it will be on your way to the 90s, mid-90s, and eventually 99 by the end of the year. If this helps you guys out, give me a like and subscribe. I appreciate every one of you guys. Peace.